Alex Pereira basically just exposed Magomed Ankalaev from apparently hiding from him at the UFC PI. The two were apparently at the UFC's gym, and they were both training there, and allegedly Magomed Ankalaev hid in another room while Alex Pereira was there. And once Pereira left, Magomed decided to come out, felt like it was finally safe to train. I mean, this is according to Alex Pereira, and we're going to get into if I think this is true. Pereira is training hard for a rematch against Magomed Ankalaev that's coming up in a couple weeks. He's not just, hanging out with Nina Drama. He's not just, posting stuff on social media and only posting his training. He's saying that he has a lot of training footage that he has not shown and a lot of different skill sets he's excited to show off. So I'm really excited for the rematch, but he was training in the UFC PI yesterday, I guess, when this video comes out. And apparently Magomed Ankalaev was also there. And according to Pereira, he only saw Magomed's coach. And once Pereira left, that is when Magomed Ankalaev, I guess, felt safe to leave. Let's hear what Pereira had to say in his own words, guys. But make sure you guys check out my Twitter. I've been posting a lot on there, and also check out my podcast. But you guys know I've been telling you that all week. All right, so this is what Alex Pereira has posted on social media. It is going everywhere. It's going on Twitter because this doesn't make Magomed Ankalaev look good, and we'll get into it. Like I said, this is Pereira. This is according to Pereira. We have to stress that. We'll talk about if I think this is legit or what I think happened. Let's listen to what Pereira had to say. I will narrate it because this is in Portuguese. Something funny happened just now when I was leaving the PI. I saw Ankalaev's coach there, which is what we just said. I stayed to myself. I didn't see Ankalaev there. And the funny thing is, when I left the PI, when I got to the car, someone from my team was still inside, and he heard the girls from the PI say to Ankalaev, he can come now, and he's already left. And I'm like, damn, he's hiding. They hid the guy in a little room, man. So, yeah, here he's, recollecting the story, and it's pretty straightforward. Apparently, Pereira went to train, didn't see Ankalaev, only saw his coach. Once he left, someone on his team heard a woman from the PI call in Magomed, say, hey, look, Pereira left. You can come back and train. Which, this is funny on so many levels. I mean, first of all, if this is true, obviously the implication here from Pereira is, that Magomed was scared, which, look, I don't think Magomed was scared. Magomed Ankalaev is about to fight Pereira, so I don't think he was scared. Was he maybe scared of being memed on social media or becoming a Jamal Hill, having a moment similar to that? Maybe that's up to debate. That is definitely possible. But what do I think is funny is the fact that Magomed Ankalaev is the champion. He beat Alex Pereira, and this guy is still playing like second place here for Pereira. Pereira, what? He's the priority training? I mean, wouldn't you tell Pereira, hey, you gotta wait? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have the advantage in theory. So what? Magomed Ankalaev shows up with the belt, and the UFC are like, hey, Pereira's showing up in 15 minutes. Can you wait in that, closet over there in the corner, in that janitor's closet? We'll call you in an hour when the guy's done. Like, are you serious, bro? That is tough from Big Onk, okay? And I gotta say, I've been becoming a Big Onk defender. I feel like the Big Onk hate definitely is way too far. I like Pereira, but I also am starting to like Big Onk a little bit. So I gotta defend my guy a little bit as well. This guy thinks I'm going to run into him and start fighting. Do I look stupid, bro? Wasn't it because of what he posted online? What did he say? So this is now they're going to reference something Magomed Ankalaev posted online not too long ago about Alex Pereira, and this is kind of why they're speculating maybe why the UFC didn't really want them to interact, maybe why he didn't want to interact with Pereira, whatever it may be. Let's see what Magomed said. Here is the tweet. He said, you're right. I'm not going to have any say because you're going to be sleeping and on your way working at the tire shop again, saying that he's going to send him back to rock bottom, back to where he originally started this journey for himself, fixing tires, back to the bottom. I mean, obviously this is just trash talk. I don't really think this was too far. I mean, I don't really think that Pereira would throw hands over this. I mean, this seems pretty, straightforward, to be honest. But let's hear what Pereira had to say. Yeah, see, this guy talks nonsense. I hadn't even seen that before, man, for real. Honestly, I would have handled it better, But the fact that that guy hides in a room because I'm in the same place as him. Ah, man, he's a chump. He's a chump. I'll keep to myself, I'll never pick a fight with the guy, never start something. Of course, unless he comes at me, I have to defend myself too. But what kind of champion is that, man? A shit champion. A shit champion. I know that's harsh, but he's a shitty champion, man. I mean, come on, bro. That was too harsh. That might have been too far. Nah, but we rarely see Pereira talk this much shit. Like, he is talking like Conor McGregor, like his affect. Like, this is how much trash talk. And it just shows how much probably this loss is getting to him, getting on his nerves, that he lost to this guy, Magomed. He does not like Magomed. We know this, you know what I mean? He has been talking talking shit about Magomed for maybe a year and a half. The two have had this kind of like rivalry back and forth, and I'm excited for this rematch because I was excited for the first fight. I thought it was close, and this time I actually have more faith in Pereira winning this time than I did the first time. I might actually wind up picking Pereira. I don't even know who I picked the first time. I think I did pick Pereira, but I think I might pick him again. Yeah, he's talking a lot of shit. We rarely see this. We usually see a very humble side of Pereira, but now that he's lost, maybe he feels a little disrespected, a little forgotten, and saying, hey, you all must have forgot. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. A guy like that, you know, not because of what he says, but he's hiding in a room today. He's shown he's a coward. We'll see. We'll see. He's hiding. We'll be in a cage, locked in there. Unless he jumps the fence. Yeah, jumps the fence. Yeah, I'm sure he's a champion, this guy. Yeah, Magomed's going to jump the fence. I mean, look, obviously we know Magomed, he's not afraid to fight Alex. I mean, he beat Alex already, so we know that's not the case. But, I mean, I think that the UFC probably are taking all, like, the measures in the world right now to make sure that nothing falls through with this fight. The fight is literally next Saturday, so y'all could wait. Y'all could wait. So I'm excited for this fight to take place for real. I was a big fan of the first one. I want to show you guys some of his training because this training footage was absolutely nuts. This is something that he posted with Polino. I'm going to start it from the beginning here. It is insane pad work. Let's take a look. So here we have Alex Pereira throwing absolute bombs to Glover Teixeira. Like, literally, I mean, this is insane pad work, and it just shows. And this is also, I want to point out to you guys, a lot of people have been apparently criticizing Pereira, saying he's shown way too much training footage. He shouldn't be showing all this. According to Pereira, this is only a fraction of what he's training. Like, he said, like, a certain percentage was like maybe like a quarter, maybe a third, something like that, but it was not the majority of his training footage being shown. He's like, look, I got a lot of skill sets that he's excited to show off against Pereira. I assume a lot of grappling, probably some jiu-jitsu, takedown defense stuff in the clinch. Here's some more power work. Yeah, really good power work. I mean, come on. We know that, obviously, that's going to be, you know, Pereira's weapon going to be the striking. There's no question about that. But how is he going to be able to handle, you know, the takedown threat? Not necessarily the takedown, because Magomed didn't shoot so many takedowns, but the takedown threat where you have to respect him enough, because if you don't, you could risk getting taken down. So you can't just throw like he is on the pads. You can't just go crazy like he's about to right now. Like, you know what I mean? You probably can't. You know, you're leaving your hips all exposed. So the question is, can he manage to balance that, you know, taking those risks without actually getting taken down? You know what I mean? Like calculating, hey, this is good to throw without getting taken down. I'm not going to get taken down if I throw this. Like, that's going to be the question, I think, for Alex Pereira. And I'm excited for it. Like I said, I honestly am leaning towards Pereira simply because I think that, look, Magomed, yes, is he the younger fighter? Is he, you know, did he win the last fight? I scored it for him. Yes, I think so. But I don't know if Magomed Ankalaev is really going to get so much better. And I felt like Pereira did defend a lot of those takedowns. I feel like Pereira, while yes, he is older himself, I feel like he could still strike. I feel like he still got power. I feel like he could still hang. I feel like he's not aging. Like, I don't think he's washed yet. I think he still has a lot more. I would not be surprised to see if he wins, if he gets some sort of knockout. I don't know what my prediction is. I do want to think a little bit more, guys. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm also really excited for this co-main event with Corey Sandhagen and Merab. I'm going to probably do another video next week or something on that fight, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys check out my Twitter, the new podcast, guys. Check out my last video where I talked about Ronda Rousey, for real, not clickbait, talking about returning on the White House. This is insane, guys. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.